So you guys, I have a big announcement. That's why I'm cheesing, but it's for a reason. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Erica here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. This is my channel called Erica's Diary, where I just share with you my thoughts, experiences, my healing journey, in hopes that something I say or share will resonate with you. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I drop new videos every Wednesday. So you guys, I have a big announcement. That's why I'm cheesing, but it's for a reason. So you guys, I am launching my own interior styling business. Yay! Come on. Hey. So I'm so excited. So I'm actually officially launching this on July 1st. So whenever you're watching this video, make sure that you go to the Instagram page, ELM Interiors _ and follow, support, share. So I just wanted to give you guys this update because it has been a long time coming. If you know me personally, you know that I love interior design. I've actually studied interior design and architecture when I went to college. I studied it for 3 years, and it was a 5-year program. And after the 3 years, everyone has to go through this gateway process, right? So that means that you submit a portfolio of all of your work, and you are either permitted to continue the last couple of years, or you are not, and you have to wait the following spring to enter again, and you're not necessarily guaranteed, entry. So needless to say, 3-year mark comes around, gateway process comes around, portfolio submitted, I'm rejected. Y'all, that was my first big moment of experiencing rejection like that. And it was so hurtful, it was so devastating, and it really, really discouraged me, because I know that in general, one of my gifts is creativity. I'm a creative person. And ever since I was small, I love to color, draw, just anything, dance, sing, anything creative I wanted to do. So I remember when one of my professors was like, okay, I want everybody to write down what your dream is. And I remember writing down that I wanted to have my own interior design business, and I wanted to have my own interior design show with Scripps Network, which is HGTV. I already knew what I was going to do. I already had my plan, but then God said, skirt, I got something else. Because at the time, I just could not understand why I was rejected. You guys, I fought this with the dean of architecture, the school of architecture, the school of interior design. I did not go down without a fight. And I had, some of my professors were vouching for me, and I had placed in competitions, specifically my interior design class. I remember we had a competition where everyone in the class would select 3 projects that will go to compete in an interior design competition that was happening overseas in Europe. And if you get selected from the class, it will be, your project will be sent over there to be paid for on behalf of the school. My project was one of those 3. So I was good. But being rejected like that, it really made me feel like I wasn't good. I was like, well, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm just not good. Maybe I suck. Maybe maybe I'm in the total wrong field. Maybe I'm supposed to be a teacher. I don't know. I was so distraught. And luckily at the time in school, I was minoring in communication, because, I had already had my plan. I was going to be an architect, and I was going to minor in communication. I was going to have my show because I know about communication. So I had the choice to either wait around for the next spring semester to try again, again with no guarantee, or I could try to see if I could transfer to another school of architecture. So I researched all of that. And unfortunately, because I had so many credits already, going to another school would just be like me starting over. Because schools were not going to take all of my credits. They were going to take a certain number. And I just thought that was whack, because architecture is an expensive major. And it's up there with engineering, and it's just a lot. And I was like, well, I might as well stay where I am. So I came to the conclusion to just move my communication minor to my major, and I was able to graduate with a communication degree, the next year. And I was out of there. I was over it. I was done. I was like, you know what? Forget y'all. But like what I was saying when I was trying, fighting this and standing up for myself with the dean of architecture, I will never forget. I remember this like it was yesterday. This is how traumatizing this was. I sat down with the head of interior design, and I was like pleading my case, right? I was like, this is so unfair. I was like, this is not okay. I was like, y'all don't even really it's not because of my grades. It's not because of my skill. Like, what is the actual reason? And I said, I was like, the amount of credits that I have, I could technically already graduate next year. I said, please tell me the benefit of staying and trying to enter the next semester. I was like, what do you suggest I do in that meantime? She was like, I don't know, maybe you could take some drawing classes. But what? I'm sorry, drawing classes? Really? I was like, first of all, the first 3 years of architecture, that you have to buy a drafting board. That is like old school architecture. You have the huge board, and you literally draw out your blueprints. You draw out your floor plans. There was no AutoCAD or any type of software for computers that we used at the time. So I don't need no drawing classes. Secondly, I love to draw. Like I was just saying, as a child, my mom has this scrapbook of all of my stuff in grade school. And I remember I saw this booklet that I made. It was literally me drawing out, illustrating every single amendment of the Constitution of the United States. I don't think I need no drawing classes, okay? So to me, that was just like a half-ass answer. That was like, I don't really care about what you're doing. You ain't getting in. So obviously that discouraged me so much, because I had this plan, right? And it totally deterred me. So when I got out of school, I moved back home, and I was very, very resentful towards the school. I was very, I went back home for one little homecoming game, and I was over it. I had so much resentfulness. So I ended up working like little part-time jobs in the marketing field, communication field, but it was just something that, a communication degree, you can literally kind of get your way into anything with that degree. So I was just kind of trying to find my way. I really didn't have any other backup plan. I didn't have any other career. Like, this is what I want to do now. Like, I was just, give me my piece of paper so I can go back to Dallas. That's what my attitude was. And I still always had the passion for like just randomly going and looking at model homes. When I walk into a restaurant, I can totally redesign it in my head, like watching HGTV shows, redesigning my parents' home, like doing everything. And I remember, complete strangers would compliment me on certain design things that they see I have. Anyone that comes to my home, they're always like, oh my gosh, this is a great, design. Like, so it's always kind of followed me, but I've always been so discouraged about it for years. And, it had still been something on my mind, but I think I was just so fearful. And because if you've seen my first or my second video where I explain like how I went on the Daniel fast, and I was praying and just trying to figure out what my purpose in life is. Like, I want to do something that I enjoy doing. I want to do something that brings glory to God, and I want to, promise myself to never sit on my gifts again. No matter what somebody in San Antonio said, I might need to take some drawing classes. Like, that's not going to be my story. So during that time of prayer, I was asking God, please give me some ideas. Please give me some creativity. What direction should I go in? Should I start this interior design business? And the whole time I'm still feeling like this is the way that I should go, but still questioning God, like, God, you sure? Are you sure? Like, it's not him that ain't sure, it's me that's not sure. So I just sat down one day and I started to just hash out ideas on how I wanted to do this. So I decided to call it ELM Interiors because I have such a bigger goal of what I eventually want it to be. And ELM obviously is my initials, but it's also my grandmother's initials. And also within that is my grandfather's initials. And he told me before he passed away that I'll have my own show. And this was like, he didn't even know about these dreams. So I just feel like there's significance there. It's so simple, but it's significant. And it's me. I created my own logo. I created my own website. I created a whole bunch of mock projects so that, you know, whenever you visit the site, you'll be able to see what I can come up with, what I can create. So really, I am doing this and calling myself an interior stylist. So you know how you have, you know, your fashion stylist, like if you needed something for a photo shoot or you needed something for your date night, you like, I just don't have any looks or any ideas. You would reach out to somebody that is a fashion stylist or whatever, right? To put your look together. So that is exactly how I am approaching my services. So I have 3 different services that I'm starting off with, and I'm so excited about it. So you know, one of them, each of them are, you know, just catering to the different types of people. Because, you know, for me, when I think of hiring like an interior designer, I think of thousands of dollars, right? Like most people are not trying to put all that into it. And so I want to reach the market where it's like either you're a do-it-yourselfer and you just really need just like me to put together a mood board of ideas and I can put that together for you. Or if you want an actual whole concept for your room or your space, I will be able to do that and find the furniture, send you the links, all within your budget and things like that. And then also a whole e-design package if that's what you want to do, where you get your mood board, you get your concept, you get your shoppable links and all of that, to where really you're just hiring me like your personal shopper for all of your interior needs. So that is what I am doing with ELM Interiors, and I'm very excited about it because you guys, I'm literally stepping out on faith. I'm terrified, but I'm stepping out on faith because this had been something that I've just been sitting on. And how I know that I'm going forward with this in the right way or in the right timing is because, y'all, when I sat down to really create and think about how do I want this to be me, I want it to be authentically Erica. I want people to be like, this is my interior stylist. I'm going to hit her up. I'm going to, you know, answer her questions in the consultation. She's going to send me everything that I need as far as where I can find these, because I want to be able to obviously work virtually. So I want to be able to work with anybody all over the country. Like, it's not just, I'm not doing the traditional interior design where I'm coming to your home or I'm coming to your office. This is totally online, and I feel like that is the way that things are going now anyways, is being able to just do your business virtually. And I'm just really excited about it. I feel like God is really going to bless it, and that's why I just wanted to share it with you so that you can take a look at it, you can share it, you can tell people about it, you can be like, hey, this is my friend. Because I feel like when I sit here, I'm talking to my friends. Even though I can't really see you, but I see you. Anyway, so where was I going with that? I just totally lost my thought. Oh, but I did want to share something with you. I knew it was God because I was sitting down creating some mock projects. So I was like, okay, well, I have nothing to show on my website, so what would I do? So based on the 3 services that I have, I'm creating mock projects of those 3 services so you kind of see like what I can create and what I can do. So I remember sitting down, and if you are a creative, you will feel me on this. I created like, I want to say 25 projects within like a couple days. And I'm not saying it was easy for me to do or like quick for me to do, but it was like I was so like engulfed in it, and I was just so having so much, fun doing it. So I was like, this is exactly what I've been looking for, is to be able to do something that I enjoy doing. I can sit here for 8 hours and do this. For people that have jobs that love what they do, that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like work. You know what I mean? So that's what it felt like. I was just sitting down and being creative. So I'm really excited about it. So like I said, I'm going to officially launch it on July 1st. I have been working on this since the beginning of spring. So I've been working on it silently. I have not really shared it with anybody. I've shared it with maybe one close friend, but that's it. And because I was like, I just want to put it out there. I don't want a whole bunch of opinions on how, well, this is how you should do it and this is what you should do, because that's one thing about starting your own thing. It should be your own thing. Everybody's going to have an opinion on how you should do it, what your prices should be, what you should call it, what the color should be. Everybody's going to have their opinion on how you should do something. But if you consider everyone's opinion, it's not your vision no more. It's your vision, sis. So you do what you feel like you should do. And that's what I had to tell myself, because it was like, I didn't want to just do something because I see this is what other people are doing. I got to be authentic to Erica, and that's all I'm going to be doing. And on the site, whenever you visit the site, when I launch it, you'll be able to kind of read like a little bit of my backstory, because I want to be very transparent about it. Like, look, I went to school for this, and they told me I couldn't finish. So now I'm just gonna, the great thing I love about this generation is that we are creating our own lanes, and that's what I'm doing. And I just hope that, God blesses it and that it's going to flourish. So I did want to share one last thing with you before I end this video, but I had actually, at the beginning of the year, I cleaned out my closet. Y'all, I really got my life together at the beginning of this year, and I think that's why a lot of things are unfolding for me now, because this sounds so simple, but at the beginning of the year, I literally cleaned out my closet. I went through everything. I gave away so many clothes, so many shoes. It wasn't anything that I wanted to put on Poshmark or try to make some money, put it on Marketplace. I didn't do any of that. I was like, I'm giving this away. I gave away about 15 to 20 hefty bags of stuff. And with cleaning out my closet, I was able to actually find my portfolio from architecture. It says my name in College of Architecture starting in the fall of 2007. Y'all, 14 years ago. What? Wow. So basically, this is the thing that I put together that I presented. I got through design 1, 2, 3, and 4. So spring 2009 is when they had the gateway process. Y'all, I graduated in May 2010. Hello. Good evening. So I was not playing with them. I was like, I'm getting out of here. So I just can show you something. I'll show you the project I'll show you what I drew. For example, we had to draw our own, I don't know if you guys could see this, but we had to draw our own floor plans, like I told you. So if you've ever heard of Marfa, Texas, it's somewhere where like Beyonce's little sister, Solange, like she goes there a lot. I don't know if you're a fan of her or not, but she takes a lot of pictures. It's a super artsy town, right? So for our field trip in architecture, we went out to Marfa. I hated it. It's like 8 hours East Texas or West Texas. So basically we had to come up with an art gallery, and I hand drew the floor plans, right? So also we had to do a precedent study, which we went to a museum in San Antonio, Texas, the McNay Museum, And there is this stairwell that's actually located in the museum. So we had to take pictures of that stairwell, and then we had to draw it in 3D. This is the stairwell that I drew. But I need to take drawing classes, y'all. And then also we had to draw a water conservation school. This one is really, you can't really see the floor plan, but I still have the actual blueprint somewhere. I found that again while I was cleaning out my closet. And then the competition it was called Transform the Future Design Competition in 2009. So it basically, the material that we used came from the UK. So the material that we had to use, we had to come up with some sort of facility to use that would be beneficial to using that type of material. It was like a manufactured rubber, like flooring material. So you could use it for commercial installations, domestic, And so I decided to come up with a child development center because it's rubber. Like if they spill something, boom, clean that up real quick. Spill some little goldfish, spill some little Kool-Aid, boom, some apple juice, it's clean. So we had to come up with that, and this was like the digital version of it where it had the different colors, and this is just like a screenshot of it. It was like this whole pamphlet that we had to put together for that competition. And then at the very end, I included a quote because I am big on quotes, okay? And I'm actually included this on my ELM Interiors website. And it says, not every person has the same kind of talents. So you discover what yours are and work with them. Don't try to be me or try to be Frank Lloyd Wright, which is an architect. Try to be Pei. Try to be yourself. You have to understand what drives people to design. So I included that in my website because for me, what it represents to me is that this came full circle. Like, even though I don't technically have my degree, I mean, I have experience in architecture and interior design. I understand blueprints, floor plans. I know how to draw those. I understand measurements, all that kind of stuff. I still can make something of myself in this field. And I'm just excited about it, you guys. So that's what I wanted to share. That is my big announcement. So you guys, I hope that you will go check out or go follow the page ELM Interiors _ and then of course it's ELM-interiors.com. I have all of that here, and it'll be in the description box below so that you can go take a look at what your girl created. I'm so excited. Girl, I'm a business woman. All right, you guys, so I'll let you go. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that. I always say that. New videos drop every Wednesday, and I'll see you right here next time. Bye, you guys.